all the leaked footage of Diddy parties right now is going viral, and here's one clip. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, right? Nothing crazy is happening. But why would they have anything crazy happening with cameras everywhere, right? Like, they're smarter than that. But there you guys go. More footage is going viral. Shabam.
I had the dates wrong all this time. Diddy, come on out.
For decades, Sean Diddy Combs was considered untouchable, a titan in music, fashion, television, and culture. From his early days at Uptown Records to building the bad boy empire and earning Forbes-listed wealth, Combs carved a public identity as a mogul, trendsetter, and philanthropist. But by late 2023, his empire began to unravel. What began as one lawsuit exploded into a sprawling series of allegations encompassing SA, physical violence, trafficking, racketeering, and coercion spanning over 2 decades. By mid-2025, the scandal surrounding Diddy had transformed from entertainment gossip into a landmark case about power, protection, and abuse in the entertainment industry.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you it's gonna be yours.
Born in 1969 in Harlem, Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. His father, Melvin, was a drug dealer who got killed when Diddy was just 2 years old. That early trauma shaped Combs' ambition. After attending Howard University, where he famously dropped out to pursue music, he interned at Uptown Records, eventually becoming one of its youngest talent directors. In 1993, he launched Bad Boy Records, introducing artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, and 112. Bad Boy quickly rivaled Death Row Records on the West Coast.
It's not a hip-hop line. It's not anybody could wear it, any race, religion, creed. You know, it's something that's comfortable and you look good. It fits good. It's not tight. A lot of stuff that you get, a lot of high-fashion stuff in Europe is tight. So that's why we combine the look of the European clothes to the urban style, which is a little bit loose, a little bit baggy, a little bit more, has a better fit to it.
By the early 2000s, Diddy had established himself not just as a music executive, but as a cultural mogul. He launched the Sean John clothing line, earned stakes in Ciroc Vodka, and later launched Revolt TV. At his peak, he was estimated to be worth nearly $1 billion. He wasn't just producing hit records, he was producing moments. Fashion lines, reality shows, and even Broadway performances. His Vote or Die campaign during the 2004 presidential election cemented his crossover appeal into activism and politics. The first domino falls, Cassie Ventura. In November 2023, singer and former partner Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit that stunned the entertainment industry. In the 35-page civil suit, she accused Combs of repeated SA, physical beatings, and psychological control over the course of their decade-long relationship. According to the filing, Combs forced her to perform schmexual acts with male S-workers while he recorded the encounters, often under the influence of substances he allegedly gave her. One particular account accused him of SAing her in a hotel after a heated argument. What shocked many was not just the details of the complaint, but the speed with which it was settled. Within 24 hours, Combs and Ventura agreed to an undisclosed settlement. While some viewed this as a sign of guilt, Combs' team insisted it was to avoid a media circus, but the damage was done. The silence had been broken, and within weeks, other women and men began coming forward, the tape that confirmed suspicions. In May 2024, CNN released exclusive hotel surveillance footage from 2016 showing Combs violently attacking Cassie in a Los Angeles hotel hallway. The clip, which quickly went viral, showed Combs grabbing, throwing, and kicking Ventura while she attempted to flee. The footage supported Ventura's earlier claims and reignited the public conversation. "We've all seen it with our own eyes now," wrote one Rolling Stone journalist. "The myth of Diddy as invincible is gone." The video sparked responses from celebrities who had once remained quiet. Singer Kehlani reposted survivor support resources. Meek Mill, who had once worked closely with Combs, tweeted and then deleted, "We all knew." Even former proteges like Mace and Aubrey O'Day, of Danity Kane fame, began speaking out about Diddy's alleged manipulation and controlling behavior over artists. New lawsuits, familiar patterns.
When I was there, like, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was so horrible. I can't describe how horrible it was. Everybody telling me not to speak, would just let them reveal my face. And like I'm telling people around me, if I wanted the money, I would have been and took the money. Like, they've been paying me money and I've been living like I'm broke.
By mid-2024, Combs faced more than a dozen civil lawsuits. One of the most disturbing came from a Jane Doe who claimed Diddy SA'd her at a New York recording studio in 1991 when she was just 17. She alleged that he drowned her drink and offered her $50 the next day to remain silent. Another woman, a former stylist, said she was SA'd at a freak-off, a term repeatedly used in several lawsuits referring to Diddy's private schmex parties.
My pictures out here. Who put my pictures out here? He took pictures of me, and like when I took a picture and I'm like in front of the thing, I'm taking a picture like this, and I took a picture of the bed. That was me. I just took a picture of the bed. He like, go walk around. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. He was like, go walk around, and he told me to take pictures.
Multiple lawsuits mentioned a network of employees who arranged and facilitated these encounters. Several alleged that Diddy coerced or paid others to source young women, especially aspiring singers and models, for his private events. Some lawsuits named well-known music producers and security staff who allegedly helped keep the abuse concealed. Federal raid and criminal charges.
Oh man, we gotta wait for French, man.
We're here.
Run and get French. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if you wasn't starving.
On March 25th, 2025, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, and federal agents raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Dramatic video footage from TMZ showed armed agents leading young individuals out of his Miami mansion. Helicopters circled overhead. Though Diddy was not home during the Miami raids, reports emerged that electronic devices and hard drives were seized.
Beginning in the 1990s.
Everybody knew that Puffy didn't just pop in the industry and say, hey, I want to have sex with everybody.
Days later, Diddy was detained at a New Jersey airport. He was not charged immediately, but the Department of Justice confirmed an ongoing federal investigation into allegations of S-trafficking, illegal surveillance, and racketeering. Reports suggested Combs may have secretly recorded schmexual encounters and used the tapes to extort others, some of whom were public figures.
He would have to kill me.
A lot of people might say, well, Capricorn could have did anything else she wanted to do. She did try. If you go get a job at Universal and probably make a phone call, you're not getting that job. If you go get a job at a talent agency or in the movie business and probably make that call.
On April 19th, 2025, a grand jury indicted Combs on 8 federal counts, including racketeering conspiracy, transportation for illegal schmexual activity, and obstruction of justice. Prosecutors accused him of operating a criminal organization that exploited women for over 20 years. Court documents stated this was not a private man's downfall. It was a coordinated system of coercion and control designed to protect a public empire. Celebrity testimonies and shocking revelations.
Testimony could not get more explosive than Cassie and Kid Cudi. We've even heard gasps on the stand.
During the pre-trial hearings, several celebrities were subpoenaed to testify. Kid Cudi revealed that his car exploded in 2012 after rejecting Diddy's offer to collaborate. While Cudi never formally accused Combs of involvement, a 2024 lawsuit alleged Diddy orchestrated the attack as retaliation. Similarly, singer Cassie testified under oath that she'd seen surveillance footage of other victims stored on Diddy's servers.
What are you expecting today?
Great.
It's smoking hot. Not too serious.
Danity Kane's Aubrey O'Day gave a harrowing deposition in which she described being forced to sign restrictive NDAs while under pressure and alleged that Combs had cameras in every room of his mansion. Several of her allegations were supported by other former artists who claimed Combs weaponized contracts to control them professionally and personally. Industry's reckoning and corporate fallouts.
Till last week, our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky,
In response to the federal charges and growing public backlash, companies quickly distanced themselves from Combs. Macy's dropped Sean John from its stores. Revolt TV announced Combs would be stepping down as chairman effective immediately. Ciroc terminated its decades-long partnership, and Hulu shelved a reality series centered around his family. The Grammys quietly removed him from their list of presenters. and a Change.org petition to revoke his honorary awards from Howard University reached over 150,000 signatures. Even former collaborators like Mary J. Blige and Nas, while not publicly condemning him, declined to comment during interviews, an unspoken signal of distancing. A culture of silence and complicity.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Tell you my number.
Yeah.
The Diddy scandal didn't occur in isolation. Like the Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly revelations, it exposed a culture of silence. Numerous former bodyguards, assistants, and artists confessed that rumors of abuse were common. Some admitted to witnessing disturbing incidents but felt powerless to speak due to legal and financial threats. Even music journalists who covered Bad Boy in its heyday admitted to hearing whispers about the freak-offs, about controlling contracts, about NDAs. The story was always there. One former MTV producer told The Guardian, but no one wanted to kill the golden goose.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Following public interest, multiple documentaries were greenlit. 50 Cent, a longtime Diddy rival, announced a Netflix miniseries detailing the allegations and interviews with survivors. Even mainstream platforms like CNN and Vice ran investigative breakdowns featuring footage, voice notes, and testimony clips. The documentaries brought new evidence to light: text messages between assistants, secret recordings from parties, and never-before-seen contracts that silenced victims with cash settlements and gag clauses. On TikTok, the hashtag #SurvivingDiddy trended for months, generating over 300 million views.
Brothers, when they,
Ready to come into XL?
Listen, calm, folks.
That's why you eat your Wheaties.
Not everyone believed the allegations. Some fans defended Combs, arguing he was the victim of a smear campaign by industry rivals. Others insisted the women were motivated by money, pointing to the settlements. But as more lawsuits surfaced, public support dwindled. Influential voices like Tarana Burke, founder of the Me Too movement, urged the public to believe survivors, even when it's inconvenient. On the other side, activists argued that Diddy's downfall was necessary for the healing of an industry long shielded by money and misogyny. "This is bigger than one man," said civil rights attorney Ben Crump. "This is about the system that let him thrive unchecked for decades." Prosecutors have hinted at dozens of witnesses, digital evidence, and financial records showing hush payments and shell companies used to launder money for illegal activities. If convicted, Diddy could face life in prison. Legal experts say this could become a watershed case for celebrity accountability. He's not just fighting for freedom. One defense analyst noted, he's fighting for his legacy, his empire, and his public image. Sean Diddy Combs built an empire that symbolized power, creativity, and ambition. But behind the platinum records and red carpets, Court documents allege a darker reality, one of manipulation, abuse, and criminal enterprise. Whether he is ultimately convicted or not, the allegations have forever altered his public image and opened a long overdue conversation about power and exploitation in the entertainment industry. The scandal that shook the industry is no longer just a tabloid headline. It is a reckoning, and its aftershocks will be felt for years to come. Remember to subscribe to follow the federal trial on our YouTube channel with daily updates.